Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. So any moving objects have kinetic energy. Okay? So kinetic energy, the formula we use for kinetic energy is 1/2 times the mass of the object times the velocity of the object squared. Okay? So if you can remember 1/2 mv squared, that is the kinetic energy an object has at any time. If the object is not moving, 0 kinetic energy. If the object has a mass of 0, 0 kinetic energy. Okay? So let's look at a couple problems that you might be asked to solve involving kinetic energy. Okay? First off, what is the kinetic energy of a 5-kilogram bowling ball moving at 2 meters per second? Okay? So again, the formula for kinetic energy is 1/2 mass times the velocity squared. Okay? And in this case, we're solving for kinetic energy, so we just say 1/2 times 5 kilograms times, in this case, 2 meters per second squared. Okay? So to solve for that, 2 squared is 4 meters squared per second squared times 5 kilograms equals 20. And 1/2 of that equals 10. And remember, energy units are always in joules. So 10 joules of energy in that bowling ball. Okay? Let's look at another problem. Let's say we have a 4-kilogram bowling ball and it has 20 joules of kinetic energy. What's its velocity? Okay, so this looks similar, right? But we've changed the mass a little bit, and we can still solve it with the same formula. All right, so let's say kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. Okay, this time what do we have? We have the kinetic energy right there, 20 joules, and it's going to equal 1/2 times our mass, 4 kilograms, but we don't know our velocity squared. That's what we're solving for in this problem. Okay, so once we set that up, again, pretty straightforward problem to solve. So I've got 20 joules equals 2, 1/2 times 4 is 2 kilograms, velocity squared. Okay, and now I want to divide by 2, and I'm going to get 10 joules equals my velocity squared. So this is going to be just over 3.1. So my velocity equals 3.1 meters per second. All right. So again, 2 different ways to use this idea of kinetic energy. Number one, given an amount of energy, what's a velocity? We could also solve for the mass, or we could just take the mass and the velocity and calculate the amount of kinetic energy in an object. As long as that object is moving, it's got kinetic energy.